Welcome to ClaireBo's Cooking Show with ClaireBo.
Chewy molasses ginger crinkles. I call them my crinkles because in the end you'll see we'll roll them in sugar. We've got a crackly, sugary, crispy, sugary crust, and I think you'll really enjoy them during the holidays. So what I've got here is 2 sticks of room temperature salted butter. And we'll start with that into our mixer here. And what I love about these cookies is the fact that during the fall season it gets cold and the air is cool and you're inside with the fire going and you just want to smell that ginger and that cinnamon and those just delicious fall flavors, and I really feel like these cookies bring that smell to the home. So we'll start here by creaming our butter on some low speed. To that I've got some just granulated sugar here. We'll be adding a cup of granulated sugar. We'll add this to our creamed butter. Also to this we'll be adding some brown sugar. We did a cup of the white sugar. We'll actually be doing 2 cups of the brown sugar. You want to make sure that when you put the brown sugar into the mixer that each cup is really well packed full of the brown sugar. I'm going to add 1 more cup to it. I don't know about you guys, but my husband loves cookies and these are one of his favorites. So hopefully you can make them for somebody special in your life. A little bit more brown sugar here. Looks good. Maybe a touch more. There we go. And what I'm going to do is turn the mixer up a little bit so we really get that sugar and brown sugar and butter creamed together real well. Also to this, we're going to add 4 room temperature large eggs. And I like to crack the eggs into a separate container just in case you get a shell or something. You don't have to start all over from the beginning of the dough. Turn this down a little bit either. More eggs here. And the reason I like to use the eggs at a room temperature is it just makes the dough a little bit fluffier. There's something about room temperature ingredients with cookies that it just really makes a difference. So I like to try to add 1 egg at a time on a medium speed just to get them all well mixed in there. There's the last egg. Actually, I'm going to turn this off. I've got a little bit here on the sides. I want to make sure that we get well mixed in there. There we go. Okay, also to our wet ingredients, we're going to add a little bit of molasses. Molasses has got this kind of dark, almost like a burnt sugar kind of taste. If I can get it open here. Yeah, it smells so good. So we'll add a cup of the molasses, and also we'll add 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. It just makes the cookies real kind of moist and kind of that buttery flavor to them that I really like. Make sure when you buy your molasses you get a dark molasses. It really makes a huge difference. Oil. There we go, 4 tablespoons. Okay, we'll turn this off for a second. we'll add this to the wet ingredients. Make sure we get all the molasses in there. Don't want to miss any. Turn the mixture back on and get that really well incorporated with the oil and the molasses. Okay, now that our wet ingredients are being mixed, we'll start with our dry ingredients. We're going to do 4 cups of all-purpose white flour. Go 1. And what's also really nice about this dough is you can refrigerate it for a half hour and bake the cookies, hour bake the cookies, or even over the weekend or during the week and then bake them on the weekend. So it's nice because the cookies can be made right away or ahead of time. All right, we've got 4 cups of flour. And to that we're going to add some of our spices. Give those cookies that kind of warm cinnamon, kind of clove, all those different flavors. So the first spice that we'll add is some ground allspice, 2 teaspoons of that. And allspice, there's something about that smell that just reminds me of the holidays. Also to it we'll add some cinnamon. Everybody loves the smell of cinnamon. Same as the allspice, 2 teaspoons. And our last spice that we'll add is some ground ginger. Ginger's got kind of a little bit of a spicy sort of taste to it, but also sweet, so it's, you know, really yummy in these cookies. And actually later on you'll see we're going to add some chopped up candied ginger to give it even some more ginger taste. The last few things we'll be adding to our flour is some baking soda. Same as the different spices, we'll add 2 teaspoons of the baking soda. And then 1 teaspoon of just salt. So now that we've got that all incorporated, I just give it a little spin to kind of mix all the spices and everything together so you don't get any one flavor, you get them all in each bite. And what we'll do is we'll turn this on to low speed and add a little bit here at a time. Since it's a large amount, I usually like to use my cup here so that I can add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients slowly here. And the dough's really pretty, kind of a dark color. Just looks like a fall brown. There's lots of variations of this kind of molasses chewy cookie, but what I think separates mine from other ones is that I do add the chopped up candy ginger, which you'll see in a second. I just really think it adds that yummy kind of spicy, ginger, sweet, warm flavor to the cookie. Alright, we're here at the end of it. Just put this in here. Okay. We'll turn up the mixer a little bit so that we can make sure everything's really well incorporated. And you'll be able to tell it gets sort of this dark, kind of sticky color. It's kind of what you want. So we'll take this off and get the dough with the spatula off of the paddle here. I want to make sure to get all this goodness. There we go. Okay, welcome back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed making the dough. Now that the dough's refrigerated for about, I let mine refrigerate for about an hour. You can do half hour, overnight, couple of days, whatever works for you. So now that I've got the dough refrigerated, I've used a 1 3/4 inch ice cream scooper. And as you can see, I've started rolling them here into balls. Basically, all I do is take the scooper and drop them into a plate full of granulated sugar and just kind of roll them in the sugar and coat all the sides. Place them on a baking sheet. What's nice about the sugar is that when they bake, and you'll get to see that when they're all baked and ready, there's a beautiful sort of crackled coated sugar crust, which is really yummy with the ginger and cinnamon and all the different molasses and flavors we have going in these cookies. So let me roll this last one here. We've got my oven set to 325 degrees, and these cookies will go in for about 17 minutes. So here we go. We'll have warm cookies in about 17 minutes. So we're back, and the timer just went off on our chewy molasses ginger cookies. Let's open the oven and see how they look. The house just already smells of ginger and cinnamon and all these yummy spices we put into these cookies. They look beautiful. As you can see, they've got that crackly sugar coating, which is so yummy to bite into. So I hope you